you know how far Sandy will go for a world record? To break her first record, SpongeBob scooped a huge bowl of kelp goo from a bucket. Sandy, afraid she might chicken out, asked SpongeBob to tie her up. The next second, SpongeBob shoved the entire bowl of kelp goo right into her mouth. They soon discovered that kelp goo actually makes you stronger. Since Sandy didn't spit it out, she ended up breaking a world record. The second challenge was the world's longest teeth. Sandy injected a magic potion into her teeth, and in an instant, her teeth grew to over 5 meters long. Just like that, Sandy broke another world record. The third challenge was the world's longest tongue. Sandy grabbed onto a doorknob with both hands and asked SpongeBob to pull her tongue as hard as he could. So Sandy ended up breaking another world record. Next, Sandy took on a chainsaw acrobatics challenge. It was incredibly dangerous, but she came out without a scratch, while SpongeBob got sawed into 100 little pieces. SpongeBob begged Sandy to stop because her challenges were getting way too dangerous. But Sandy, completely obsessed, refused to listen and dragged SpongeBob outside to continue. Just as they tried to take a picture on top of a house of cards, Patrick knocked the entire thing down with a stick. Fortunately, Sandy snapped the picture at the very last second. After all that, SpongeBob found an excuse to run away. Back home, he complained to Gary about how crazy Sandy had become. SpongeBob believed that the world record book was the reason Sandy was acting this way, so he decided to destroy that evil book. SpongeBob snuck into the glass dome and disguised himself as a robot. Even though his disguise looked ridiculously fake, the real robots actually fell for it. But the moment SpongeBob grabbed the record book, he was pulled into a long line. It turned out Sandy was working on a record for building and destroying the most robots in a single day. It was so intense that even the robots were crying. SpongeBob tried to escape, but a robot behind him grabbed him, shoved him into a machine, crushed and disassembled him, then fed the pieces into another machine to rebuild him into a robot. And just like that, Sandy broke yet another record. When Sandy opened the robot, she found SpongeBob inside. Right as SpongeBob tried to convince her to stop, Sandy accidentally completed every challenge and even invited the author of the record book to witness it. But to their surprise, the book was written 30 years ago and all of its records had long since been broken.